I was saying that, sorry, I was taking the carry talking about you guys. Because wealth, the wealth is kind of like a scenario that we struggle with. Building wealth. We know how to make money. You know what I mean when I say that? We do know how to make money with black people. We work hard, and we make money. But we have issues with building wealth. And I did say, I left that one, I didn't put it on the website, I left it to a point where I said I would like to talk about it. Why is it that we work hard, we make money, but when you look at our white counterparts, they may not even work as hard as us. They have wealth. What's the problem? When I came to this country, I came back in 1985, and I was living in a council flat, and it's 24 floors in Deptford. I was living there with my brother, and sometimes the lift will work, sometimes it wouldn't work, and the area is full of block of flats like that. But what surprises me, so from there I'll come to school. I'll come to Tooting to school. I was studying ACCA then. But I noticed there are a lot of beautiful cars in the area. It sounds familiar? There's a lot of BM, the latest model of BM is there. Name it, it's there. And I used to ask myself, do these people live here? And I said, yeah, they do live here. I said, what are they doing here? How much are those cars? How much will this car cost? And then somebody would tell me, those ones, well, you don't want to go there. That one's about 67,000 days. And I said, and he's living in a block of flat. He couldn't put it down. He couldn't get a mortgage and get a house. So I used to play with my head a lot. I couldn't understand it. Then I became an accountant, and I started to meet my brothers and sisters. They would come in for consultation and advice. They want to start up a business, and they want to apply for a loan to start the business. And so we would do a business plan for them, and they would take the business plan to the bank, and they would tell the bank they want 40,000, and that we've got the business plan. We've already told them how they're going to spend the money. And I was like, oh, thank you, we've got the money. But you know what they're spending money on because the car is parked right outside the office. Oh, yeah. That's another thing. So I'm thinking, that's not in a business plan. So they've taken the money, a big chunk of it, they've bought a brand new car, and now they don't know how to buy the desk for the office. No. There's no chair. I can't pay the bills. So again, that used to worry me. And then I became like a prophet. I said, oh, he's going to shut down the business in 3 years' time. If it lasts 6 months, if it lasts a year, 2 years. And that happens a lot. It happens a lot to our community. So that's what I begin to think now. There's something wrong with us. Our attitude to business is the attitude, is the mind. I don't think we're seeing beyond where we should be seeing. We're not looking ahead enough when we're running a business. I'm happy with passion. Passion is good. That takes you there. I'm also happy with dedication, because you see, Just Kids, they are dedicated lot, right? And they work their bones off, to keep that business going. And so I expect results. Yeah, I don't see any of them driving a flashy car. None of them yet. Unless you haven't shown me. No, not yet. Because they know that will come later. And when it comes, they're probably going to go to the dealer and say, how much is that? And they're going to tell them, oh, that's 67,000. Oh, would you like to arrange finance for you? Nah, just put it on this card.
No. That's right.
Debit card.
No, it'd be a company card.
Yeah, but no, you're going to pay for it. You need to talk to me before you do that. Yeah, you need to talk to me before you do that. But that's what I'm saying. So we need to start looking well ahead of now. We need to project well ahead. We need to see beyond now. The other thing I notice as well, right? Some of my business partners, when I ask them about their business, and they're reaching the retirement period, and I say, so what are you going to do now? So, well, I'm going back to Jamaica. I'm going to close down and go back to Jamaica. What about the children? What about the children? Oh, they haven't thought about that. Ha. Can you see? It's attitude. So, our white counterparts, I keep mentioning them because the thing is, when you see success, you find out how success is made. And if it's a model, if it's a model, why don't we buy from it? So wealth is built over generations. It's not one generation. I remember I said something when I was 16. I said, I wish my granddad was poor so my dad could be rich. And then I said, and then I wish my dad's poor so I can be rich. And then I said, I wish I'm poor so my son can be rich. Because, did you get that? We've got to make that sacrifice. They're making the sacrifices. We've got to make that sacrifice. A business is like a baby. Yeah? It goes through their stages. You give birth to it. They can't do anything for themselves earlier on. So you got to nurture it. And when they get to the point where they can do stuff for themselves, you will begin to see it. And your business grows to that stage. You can begin to see it. That's when you then begin to benefit from it. But when the benefits are coming as well, don't take it all at once. You know. Yeah. And then think of the generation after, and then one after that, and then one after that. So it's easier for the next generation to build upon the wealth that we have laid a foundation for. So I think attitude's got to change. You know? And I'm happy I work with a lot of black businesses. They're encouraging me. I get encouraged a lot when I see us thriving. You know, and I just want us to take it to the next generation, let other generations take over from us and move on and on like that. Yeah? That's my take on it.